Started dating my daughter's father. I was 15. He was in his 20s already. He was a producer, but he also participated in illegal activity. He just kind of took me from my mother and took over. He gave me luxury. That kind of lifestyle drew me in. I graduated from high school. After graduating from high school, I had my daughter in 1991. My daughter's father was still, doing what he was doing. I was taking the money and, doing what I wanted to do. 1996 is when they had an arrest warrant for him. They arrested him. A year later, they came with a superseding indictment. I was included on that superseding indictment. I was graduated from community college because I was going to school to become a nurse. I was on my way to school. I dropped my daughter off. As I pulled into the parking lot of my school, they jumped out on me. Special task force, guns drawn. They locked me up. They took me over to Brooklyn, booked me, fingerprinted me, did the whole shebang. I was able to get out on bail because my charge was actually out of Virginia. So I was going back and forth to pretrial while I was still in school. June 1st of 97, I graduated. And then July 19th, I went to trial. And I didn't come home until 12 years later. I had no idea that I was going to prison because I was the girlfriend of someone in the street. They never caught me with anything.
We were in the courtroom. I'll never forget my uncle, my grandmother. My mom was in the front and we were in like the second or third row. And when the judge hit the gavel, my grandmother screamed and my mother was like, 230 months? Like, what are you talking about? I started crying because everybody around me was upset. So I knew something went wrong.
It was hard. My mother was very active with me and my daughter. She made sure that my daughter came to visit me every week.
I never really understood until I started going to the prison to see her behind the glass. And that's when I started to understand, oh, mommy's not coming home. My weekends were spending Saturdays and Sundays in the prison all day, from the time they open to the time they close.
My first year in Danbury, Connecticut, I took advantage of the VT building trades, and then I went from there to culinary arts. I also did landscaping. I got a certificate in that. And at that time, I had only did like 3 years. I hadn't done enough time. And so they denied the clemency. In 2006, I received a letter from the judge. The judge telling me that he was giving me immediate release because they had amended the sentencing guidelines. The same judge that sentenced me is the same judge that released me. It was like, wow, I'm finally free. But I really wasn't free because I still had to go to the halfway house. And then I still had 5 years paper. So was I really free?
So when my mother came home, it was a big, big adjustment, not only for her, but for me, because it was trying to figure out, well, where do you stand in my life at this point? You've missed so many years. I was excited that she was home, I was happy, but it was trying to figure out that balance.
When I left her, she was a baby. So I had made a lot of promises to her that only withstood when she was growing up. So now I come home, she's a teenager. So it took like 2 years for us to get to know each other again because I thought I knew her from seeing her all the time, from talking to her all the time, not realizing that I didn't know her, and so we rebuilt our relationship.
My relationship with my mom now is very, very good. We've learned how to come together on a lot of things and learned how to talk to each other and communicate better. So I recently got married and my mother was a big part of my wedding. She was like the lifesaver that I needed. I needed to see that from her. I needed to see that she loved me, I guess. I wanted to see that. And she showed it and proved it in so many different ways.
I actually graduated from William-Patterson University in 2018. And while I was getting ready to graduate, I started a nonprofit organization called A Woman's Worth Project, geared towards helping women like myself that has been through the system get acclimated back into society, help them get their documents and stuff that they need, help them mentally to adjust. When I started the organization and started working on my mission and my vision, I said, there's a lot of women out here like me that still have not disclosed whatever trauma they've dealt with. Being in prison, I've met a lot of women that have their own traumas, sexual abuse, physical abuse. They might have murdered their abuser, but nobody has ever thought about why. You have to get to the root. Knowing that I can save someone's life by telling my story, that's my biggest accomplishment, is doing that.